Do you remember my Purism Librem 5 I ordered and I made that video about it? Well, I have an update. 6 years, $600, no phone ever shipped. The very quick TLDR is I ordered a Linux phone that is shipped from Purism, which has some fun promises on it way back in 2019. I never heard anything about the phone and I started getting concerned about things and I wanted my money back. So I requested a refund, which was something that was originally promised. And that was the whole last video. TLDR, there was no refund. So I'm gonna read off some emails. February 2023, Purism said, I've created a ticket for your order to be canceled and refunded. When it is being processed, my colleagues in our financial department will reach out to you to confirm the billing details. August 2023, several months later, I say, what's the status on this? Because I didn't receive anything. I said, it's been 5 months, where's my refund? They say, sadly, we do not process any refunds at the moment, not just pre-orders, but we do offer 2 other options. One is to get the phone, which you have pre-ordered. We could ship it within several business days. Another is to receive a store credit plus 20% gratitude on top of the amount paid. At this point, I felt I had no other option back in November of 2023. So I said, I've just filed a formal complaint with the Better Business Bureau, as it's completely unacceptable to hold money hostage for 4.5 years. And it seems from the sound of it, you will continue to do so indefinitely. Absolutely dishonest handling of the situation. They responded by saying, I have forwarded your email to my superiors. And yes, I did file something with the BBB. So after November 2023 and that whole email exchange was done, nothing really happened. Like the ring in Lord of the Rings.
Some things that should not have been forgotten were lost.
Until this year, 2025. I started getting these weird emails, these random bank emails with a bank that I don't even bank with anymore that started saying I had a statement credit. And I actually completely ignored this for months. What the emails were saying was, oh, you have a new bill on your bank account. And I go, well, I don't bank with you guys anymore. So I was actually fully convinced it was a phishing attempt. But when it started happening 3 months, 4 months in, and each month I started getting a bill in my email inbox, I actually called them to verify what the hell is going on. It did take like an hour. No, I don't have access to the VoIP number I used 6 years ago. No, I don't have access to the address anymore. No to all of this. Yet we still eventually found a way for them to get access to the account. And turns out this bill was actually a negative credit card balance on a credit card that used to be with this bank. And then I said, well, how is that possible? And they said, well, there was a transaction for a Purism. So they did confirm this was a statement credit from Purism to the original card that I bought the phone with. Now, I just want to go on a side tangent very briefly because the people on the phone said they can only give me the money from a closed credit card by writing me a check, which they have to mail me. So they asked me for a new shipping address, but I never received it several weeks later. So I called and they said, well, they actually shipped it to the old address because that's all they can actually do. So the first person actually wasn't telling me the truth. So then I went into the physical branch and they said only the phone people can help because they can't process things that are credit card refunds from closed accounts. So then I called the phone people again and explained the situation and they said, oh, okay, yeah, but we need to change the address on your account, which we can't do on our end. So you actually have to go into the in-person branch again so they can change the address on your account. So I went into the in-person branch, they were able to change the account address, and then even though there was no account, they still changed some account address. So I guess I did have an account, but I didn't have an open account. It makes no sense. And then I called the people online again and they said, okay, we'll ship it to the address that is now on your account. And guys, I actually got the check and I deposited the check. I got my frickin' refund. 2025 has been a lot of surprises. Now, to get back on the topic of Purism, credit where credit is due. They did issue a refund. So thank you very much, Purism. I really respect you guys for still putting yourselves out there, still refunding people. I don't know what percentage of people are receiving these refunds. Again, I put in my order in 2019. I requested a refund quite a bit after that. And then I had that whole exchange with them, which I was completely shocked by. And then I just started receiving these emails from my old bank account I no longer have. At least I never received any kind of authorization that they were going to do this. I never received any kind of email that said they were processing my refund request. They never verified that they could send it back to an old card I no longer have because it's, we're talking years here. So this whole way it was handled was very weird, but at the end of the day, I got my money back. So credit where it's due. but definitely better communication would have been better. Of course, this whole situation could have been handled much better. I think if somebody wants a refund for something that hasn't shipped yet, it should be as easy as logging in online and saying request refund. And so I'm just very hesitant to do any kind of pre-orders from here on out. In terms of what this means for Purism as a company, I've actually heard pretty decent things about their laptops, their desktops, and pretty much every other product they sell. So this isn't to say Purism can't make good products. I just think that on the business side of things and the communication and the way that pre-orders might be handled for products that maybe aren't fully there yet, could be far improved. Did I say that eloquently enough? I think that was pretty good. You can keep the awkwardness of that. So I think that's actually the end of the saga for this. I felt it was right to make an update because in the last video I was pretty aggressive and being like, hey, they're literally not refunding me, and well, they did refund me. So I think that deserves a plus, that deserves an update, so that you guys know kind of an update to that saga. Another pro tip, don't close old credit cards. You just keep them open and it'll be better for your credit score. Anyway, that's it. If you like what we're doing here, subscribe, give it a like. Be nice to Purism. They did refund me at the end of the day, but I do think maybe some good, healthy criticism is okay. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time on Techlore. That's it. I should add here, the saga isn't over because one of you amazing people during this entire saga sent me a Purism Librem 5. So I actually have one. Here's the Beastie Boy. So yeah, I ended up getting the unit that I wanted. So we will at some point have to do a review on this, including the fun hardware kill switches, which I think are very fun. So that's it for this, and I'll see you next time on Techlore. Thank you all for watching. That's all I got for you. See you guys soon.